don't have all day to waste."
Jennifer's eyebrows furrowed, as she did not understand why she would need to leave before the carriage got to where the Collins were staying.
"Is there somewhere you wish for me to go?"
she asked, thinking Priscilla wanted to send her to get information on Alisandre right away.
"Yes, out of the carriage."
Priscilla said the words slowly because it didn't seem like Jennifer understood them the first time.
"Right now?
Surely you did not assume you would be working for me."
"Yes,"
Jennifer instantly replied. Panic started to settle in as the reality that she was without a job hit her.
"You said I am one of your people. Edgar sent me away because of what I was doing for you. You owe me a job."
"I owe you? Why would I owe you when I have already paid for your services? Why do you think I paid you so much? It's to help you survive a little bit longer after my son catches and fires you. I hope you did not spend all of it. Oh, poor thing."
Jennifer trailed off. She'd already spent the money Priscilla gave her on new clothes to make her friends jealous. She was still earning money from Edgar, but now she had nothing. She left without being paid for her services because she was thrown into a cell.
"I lost a good job because of you. Wake up!"
Priscilla snapped her fingers.
"I did not control your hand and make you slap that girl. You should be thankful I saved you from that cell. You can no longer provide me with information about Edgar. And why would I want someone who could be paid off to pass information about me?
Do you take me for a fool?"
"Just leave." Edmund slid a ring off his finger to offer Jennifer as payment for what she did. The desperation on her face to hold on to Priscilla for a job was making the air in the carriage uncomfortable.
"They will call the town guards on me for having that."
Jennifer refused to take the ring. She saw it happen before, when servants were accused of stealing when they tried exchanging expensive jewelry given to them. Employers sometimes could not bother themselves to let the guards know they had given it to the servants, so the servants were imprisoned or had a finger cut off for stealing.
"I need money."
Heather jumped when an unexpected slap echoed in the carriage. Her eyes went back and forth between Priscilla's annoyed expression and Jennifer's shock.
"Who do you think you are to be making demands with us? He offered you a ring, but you have denied it. It's your fault you are leaving empty-handed, and it is your fault you are without a job. Get out before I have the coachman drag you out and toss you onto the ground for everyone to see. I wasted my time going into that cell to get you. Useless."
Priscilla rolled her eyes.
"I wasted money on you. No, I cannot say that, considering you slapped her. Well done."
Priscilla smiled. Jennifer couldn't understand how such an innocent smile belonged to someone who was leaving her without a job. There were so many people who wished to work for Duke Collins, and she managed to get the job, only to lose it because of his mother.
"Take the ring and go,"
Heather spoke up to ease the situation. "I'm sure if a problem arises, you can just reach out for it to be resolved." Jennifer did not want any advice from someone who never once had to be concerned about money in her life. But she had no choice but to take the ring. She had to pitch in for food at home, or her relative she was staying with would throw her out. In the end, Jennifer had to accept the ring. As she reached where Edmund was holding it, Priscilla took the ring and tossed it outside.
"Priscilla!"
Edmund exclaimed.
"That was uncalled for."
"She'll have to get out and search for it if she wishes to eat tonight."
Priscilla made herself comfortable in her chair and closed her eyes.
I will help you,
Edmund said to Jennifer.
That is all right, Mr. Collins.
Jennifer stopped him from opening his door.
I'll get it on my own.
Jennifer opened the carriage door and slowly stepped out of it, taking in how much of a hole she was buried in.
Take us away,
Priscilla called to the coachman the moment Jennifer closed the door.
I won't let you treat me like this and get away with it,
Jennifer muttered, watching the carriage she should be in leave without her.
Enlighten me. Why were the two of you running around the table from one another? What did Edgar do?
Alfred asked the duo while they ate breakfast. He returned with the cream to quite an exciting sight.
Please remember that you are a duke and duchess. Are you telling me I can't run after my wife in my own home? Edgar,
Alfred sighed.
Why did you need to run after her in the first place?
Edgar smiled, watching Alisandre avoiding his gaze when she looked up and saw him staring at her.
I was only trying to give her a hug, but she refused and ran away. Isn't it right for me to comfort her in a moment like this?
He asked like an innocent child.
Well, yes.
Alfred became puzzled as to why Alisandre did not accept his hug.
Why didn't you allow him to hug you, Alessandra? You have to seize rare moments like this when Edgar shows concern. Sometimes I find him incredibly rude and horrible. Hey,
Edgar called Alfred.
You could have stopped at why she didn't accept the hug. Are you trying to make me look like a bad person in front of my wife? But that's your personality, Edgar. Anyway, he only offers this rare side of him to people he cares about. You are lucky,
said Alfred. Alisandre would have felt touched by Alfred's words if she hadn't previously experienced Edgar's teasing nature. Edgar was not simply going to hug her. From the sly smile he was giving her from the end of the table, he knew it too. Still, to not let anyone know what happened when they were alone, she replied,
Thank you for letting me know.
So, I take it I'll be able to hug you whenever I want?
Edgar asked, inspecting her every move, from the way she gripped the fork to her glare.
I'll take that as a no. You should be thanking me for the light workout before breakfast, Alessandra. It's a good way to start the day. Should we do it every morning?
What would I have to do to avoid having breakfast with him? Alisandre wondered. Should I stay in bed until he leaves?
Alfred, bring my coat. It's time for me to leave.
Edgar placed his fork down.
One moment.
Alfred excused himself.
Aren't you going to ask where I'm going, Alessandra?
Edgar playfully asked.
It's not my business.
Alisandre continued to eat. It wasn't her place to ask about where he planned to be for the rest of the day.
Normally, I would visit the red light district, but now that I am married, it would cause awful rumors and gossip.
Alessandre's hands paused midair upon hearing the red light district. She wanted to ask about it, but then again, it wasn't her place nor her business. So she continued to eat with the thought of him being there haunting her in the back of her mind.
I go there to read.
You have large libraries here and no one to interrupt you.
Alisandre cut in, then bit her lip right after, as she regretted commenting on it.
The red light district provides more information than these libraries of mine. Men go there to get drunk, have fun, and inevitably speak of things that interest me. So I pay for a room, read a good book, and listen to what the walls have to offer. I have never slept with anyone there. That's one misunderstanding we should avoid in the future.
Oh,
Alessandra's shoulders relaxed. Why they were so tense in the first place, she could not understand.
I'm going to visit the church, and then I have to pay a visit to the town guards to see if they have found any information about the missing girls. I'll stress it again, Alessandra. Do not walk around alone. Alfred will introduce you to your guard later on. Are you finished with breakfast? Before I go, I want to show you the last gift.
Edgar stood up.
I'll be back shortly.
What do you think it is?
Sally's sudden question startled Alisandre.
Oh, my apologies. I should have let you know I was behind you, Duchess. What more do you think the Duke has to offer you?
Alisandre took a few deep breaths to calm her heart after being surprised by Sally's presence.
I do not know. He has already given me the paint, shoes, bags, and jewelry. Even the dressmaker is coming later today. What else could be left?
Perhaps it is your wedding ring? The two of you have been walking around with wires on your fingers. Is there some romantic reason you do not wear proper wedding bands?
Alisandre looked down at her finger, now realizing what she was wearing on her finger. She wore her engagement ring and the wired ring Edgar created.
He only had the engagement ring prepared.
She remembered why Edgar was able to save her the night she was going to be sent to William.
Our marriage was such a last-minute decision that we did not have time to collect other rings.
That must be it.
Sally clapped her hands.
I am curious to see how it will look.
How what will look?
Edgar questioned, causing Sally to retreat from Alessandre's side. He carried a large box in front of him, and something shuffling on the inside could be heard.
I have been meaning to get you these since you lost your kitten.
Alessandre's eyes lit up when Edgar revealed 2 kittens, one white and one black.
Where did you get them?
She picked the 2 small animals up. It was clear they had recently been born from their small size.
Where is the mother? A servant found them and left them, expecting the mother to return for them, but as days went by and after constant checking, the mother did not come back. I assume the mother has somehow passed away. We can keep them if you wish.
Yes,
Alisandre excitedly answered.
I mean, we shouldn't leave them alone. Look how thin they are, like they have not fed for days. I should see if the cook has something for them. Come, Sally.
Alisandre stood up from her seat and began to walk away.
Excuse me? Aren't you forgetting something, Alessandra?
Edgar asked.
What?
Alisandre looked back at where she previously sat and saw nothing wrong.
You need to offer him a kiss for the gift, Duchess,
Sally whispered.
I will go ahead and take the kittens to the kitchen.
She took the 2 cats to give the couple privacy. Do I really have to? Is that what he is expecting? He has given me a lot. Maybe it is just common courtesy to give a kiss on the cheek, Alisandre concluded in her mind.
Very well,
she replied, walking back to where Edgar stood. They had done more embarrassing things. A kiss on the cheek was hardly a problem.
Thank you,
she said, then got on her toes to kiss his cheek.
What a lovely surprise, Alessandra. I was only expecting you to see me off, but I was given a kiss. It was 2 kittens.
He grabbed her waist to ensure she wouldn't run away again.
Shouldn't I be given a kiss on each cheek? Wait, what?
Alisandre blushed, embarrassed by her actions. She was only listening to what Sally said he was expecting. She wanted to bury herself in a hole for kissing him when it was not what he wanted.
There's a misunderstanding, Edgar. Sally said you were expecting a kiss in return, so The misunderstanding is cleared now that I am expecting one. You should hurry before my other cheek feels sad. Make sure you put up all of the offerings well. We do not need to repeat it being stolen again. Then we cannot buy food for those in need. All types of people visit the church, and not all are coming to pray. Be careful,
Peter advised another priest.
Hopefully, we can get enough offerings to be able to help families when the winter comes. The woodsman said he would bring wood for us to throw into the furnace when winter comes. We'll need to start collecting more in our free time, since the church gets so cold in the winter. Oh, we have a wealthy guest.
Peter looked out at the road where his fellow priest saw someone arriving.
Oh no.
Peter's eyes widened when he realized who the carriage belonged to.
I will go out and start gathering the wood for winter. But you are in charge of taking care of our visitors today. You cannot leave me to deal with the offering, the prayer for those who visit, and providing shelter to those in need. The other priests are not here. Peter!
The young priest, Lucas, called for Peter when he began to run away.
I will return when the monster goes away,
Peter said, picking up his robe to help him run faster.
Why on earth is Edgar here? He cried.
Peter ran away from the entrance of the church all the way to the back, which would take him out into trees where he could hide until he thought Edgar was gone.
I should truly consider digging a hole to hide in whenever that man comes around,
Peter thought.
Where are you going, Peter?
Edgar stuck out his foot, making Peter fall as soon as he exited the back door.
Now your robe is all dirty,
he said, looking down at the disgrace of a priest.
How? Your carriage just arrived.
Peter coughed as his nose and mouth were flooded from the disturbed dust where he fell. Edgar was truly a monster, being able to teleport from his carriage to the back door.
I married the devil to an innocent woman.
Peter began to panic. Edgar rolled his eyes at Peter's stupid conclusion. He bent down to grab the collar of Peter's robe and pulled him up in one swift motion.
This would not be the first time you ran out the back door when you saw my carriage arriving. You should be more clever with your escapes.
Edgar had exited his carriage before it came into view of the priest standing outside of the church and went to the back to wait for Peter.
I should, but can you put me down now?
Peter didn't like how Edgar had him casually dangling in the air to the point his feet could not touch the ground.
You certainly work out a lot, Edgar. I am not light enough for just anyone to do this. No, you're not.
Edgar released Peter.
What have I done to deserve this treatment, Edgar? Your wife wouldn't be happy to know this is how you are treating the man who wed the two of you. Ow!
Peter grabbed his aching head after Edgar smacked him.
Must you always be so violent? Do not try using her against me. It's going around in the paper that someone saw us in the church. Surely you wouldn't have sold news of my marriage to the papers. Do you know how sad I am not being able to announce it myself? I thought the church minds its own business and does not spread the word about what happens in it. Right or wrong?
Edgar tapped his fingers on his sword as he awaited the answer.
Do I look like I have a death wish, Edgar? I don't speak about you to anyone. Quite frankly, I don't even like seeing you. You have the wrong person. But we are investigating who sent it to the papers. We cannot keep someone who will talk about what they see here. It has caused quite a lot of problems for me.
Peter stepped back to be far away from Edgar in case he wanted to use his sword.
What kind of problems? For one, everyone is coming to ask me for the details about your wedding. Secondly, I had an unpleasant visit from one of the town guards. What was his name? Oliver?
Peter looked up at the sky as if expecting the right name to fall from it.
Oliver. What did he want?
Edgar asked. Oliver's obsession with being mixed in his business was beyond irritating. He already said he was married to Alisandra. Had Oliver come here to confirm it?
Ask me yourself instead of prying information out of a priest. Have you no shame, Edgar? Oliver spat at the man he hated more than anything. It is no different than what you did, Oliver. Are you stalking me? Should my ego grow for having male fans? If you wish to be my friend again, you only have to ask Oliver.
Edgar smiled.
Friend? Who wants to be friends with a man who abuses his power? I cannot understand what that woman sees in you to have married you. Peter, you do not need to worry about him. Go inside,
Oliver ordered the priest.
Not so fast.
Edgar stepped closer to Peter and placed his hand on Peter's shoulder.
I was having a lovely conversation with my friend before you arrived. It would be rude for you to send him away in the middle of it.
Oliver looked to Peter for an explanation.
Why are you friends with him?
Peter awkwardly smiled, wishing he could be elsewhere.
We are not friends. Not even acquaintances. We are just a priest and a duke. Why are you here? Is it to speak about your upcoming wedding? He's getting married. How interesting. To whom?
Edgar questioned, as it was odd for Oliver to be getting married, given the inner battle he had with himself.
It is none of your business,
Oliver replied.
Seeing that you are still too emotional for me to talk to, I will find another guard to update me about the missing girls. Peter, find out who leaked the news and alert me. Before I go, I must offer you some advice, Oliver. From one married man to one who is about to get married.
Edgar left Peter's side to stand close to Oliver.
Do not waste the young lady's time, and tell your father what you have been struggling with. You bastard!
Oliver grabbed a handful of Edgar's shirt and pushed him against the wall.
What on earth do you know about me? I know your dirty little secret, Oliver. I've always known it from the way you acted towards me. Now, about this.
Edgar pointed to where Oliver was grabbing him.
You are in luck that I do not want to return to my wife with bruises on my knuckles from punching your face for grabbing me. I suggest you release me before my mind changes. Fighting on church premises is not allowed,
Peter whispered loud enough for the two men to hear. He did not want the drama to shift to him.
Didn't think I would ever have to explain that to a town guard and a duke. Take 5 steps back. Then you'll be off church property. You can fight there. No need.
Oliver released Edgar with a shove.
I have better things to do.
Edgar straightened out his shirt while he spoke.
If I were not in such a good mood, I would have your head, Oliver. You should thank my wife for living to see another day. I'm not putting up with you going around being in my business, Oliver. Do not bite the hand that fed you. Are you saying that because you're richer than me? Did you always think that when I came to your house as a child? Yes, I went for the food. So what?
Oliver clenched his fists to suppress his anger before he did something that would make him lose his job.
Are you slow? I didn't mean literally feeding you.
Edgar shook his head. Day by day, others were slowly losing their comprehension skills.
How can you show so much anger to someone who helped you become a town guard? Furthermore, the captain. As easily as I gave you the job, I can take it away because your emotions are interfering with your work. You gave me this job? What bullshit?
Oliver scoffed.
I got my position based on my skills. Obviously, you had the skills. I wouldn't have put my word in if you were terrible. However, you had no good background. That's what the men making the decision seemed to care about, so I put in a good word that you were connected to my family. You've been annoying me with the power I gave you. Isn't that something, Peter? Don't involve me in this,
Peter muttered.
You're lying.
Oliver refused to believe Edgar's words.
You wouldn't do that for someone you're not friends with. I didn't do it because you're an old friend. I did it because the fool they wanted to choose was incompetent and would only make my work harder. I'm not expecting you to be thankful, but I want this information to always be at the back of your mind whenever you're going around investigating me for nonsense,
said Edgar. Still not believing Edgar, Oliver walked away without saying a word. There was someone he could ask to find out the truth behind his becoming the captain.
He's going to have a bad day after this. Why, I'd kill myself if I found out someone I hated gave me the job I desired. Poor soul.
Peter shook his head, feeling bad for Oliver.
Kill yourself? Why not just quit?
Edgar asked. Peter opened his mouth, then closed it when he realized it was an option.
Why are you still here, Edgar? We are most definitely not friends for us to be standing around chatting. Find the person who sent the news to the papers and alert me right away. If anyone quits during this time, send me their name, description, where they were staying, and who they knew.
Edgar gave Peter an order.
Isn't this a bit much for someone announcing your wedding before you did? I knew you were petty, but I didn't know you were this petty. It is not about my wedding. Every single girl who was taken or killed came here to make a confession to a priest. They all had something troubling them, and it's worth investigating if their information was being sold, since it could link us to the culprit. I swear, if you're spreading the information, Peter,
Edgar placed his hand near Peter's neck, as if he would like to choke him.
I swear it is not me, Edgar. I was a scammer and a thief, Edgar. Not someone who talks about others and wants young girls to get killed. I have a heart when it comes to things like that. I'll investigate it secretly and send anything I find to you. There's no need for you to come here.
Peter patted Edgar's back, then pulled his hand away when Edgar turned to look at him.
All right, no touching. Yet you place your hand on my shoulder.
Meanwhile, at the Collins estate...
What is wrong with the Duchess?
Sally shrugged her shoulders at Alfred's question.
She has been like this since the Duke left. Maybe she did not want him to go?
Alfred didn't think that was the case because he knew about their contractual relationship, and Alisandre would certainly love to get Edgar out of the house.
Unless she has feelings for him already.
The Duke gifted her 2 kittens, so maybe she is overwhelmed by the gifts. Her sister killed the one she was taking care of back at the Baron's home. Kate also wrapped up the dead kitten in a wedding dress belonging to Alessandre's mother.
Sally whispered so Alisandre wouldn't know she was gossiping about what occurred the day Alisandre became engaged to Edgar.
I have always hated that girl.
Alfred frowned as he thought about how awful Kate must have been to Alisandre.
Don't be so sad. Alisandre came into Kate's bedroom and threw a bucket of shit onto her. That's why I was no longer able to work for Kate. She would torture me for seeing her in a state like that. Honestly, Alisandre to be cool at that moment. I'd never seen anyone go against Kate. Unfortunately, I let Alisandre down the moment I had to work for her. Why on earth is she so nice to me?
Sally asked herself. Alfred watched Alessandra and thought about Sally's question.
You were scared, and she knew that. Technically, you did nothing wrong to her, so you were deserving of another chance, and you have been doing a good job from the moment you arrived.
It was honestly to keep a better job at first, but then I realized she's an underdog just like me, and I want to see one of us win for once. There's no chance for the daughter of a fallen house, but there is for her. I was a fool for listening to the rumors, and now I want her to prove everyone wrong. But first, how do we fix this gloomy mood she's in?
Sally looked to Alfred for the answer. They both had no idea what happened between Edgar and Alessandra for her to be sitting in a chair with her head lying flat on the table.
Why do I keep falling into his traps?
Alessandra muttered against the table. Her mind would not let her forget having to kiss Edgar's other cheek because, according to him, it felt lonely.
Why? That is it.
Alessandra abruptly sat up straight, startling both Alfred and Sally.
I am going to be one step ahead to avoid being teased by him. I am not his source of entertainment.
Sure,
Sally and Alfred muttered at the same time.
Do not lack faith in me.
Alessandra shifted in her seat to look at the two people who doubted her.
If I may.
A knock on the door interrupted Alfred's words.
That would be the dressmaker, Duchess. Excuse me.
Alfred went to open the door.
Good morning, Lady Potter. Lady Potter is my mother. Please refer to me by my name, Aaron Potter. So it's true. He actually married the girl they say is cursed,
Aaron stated when her eyes fell on Alessandra's mask.
No wonder my mother sent me instead of coming by herself. This will be interesting.